Alright, so first we're going to start out with the monsters. They're definitely important. The Crystal Beasts themselves are obviously the backbone of the deck, and the most important one, I would have to say, is Sapphire Pegasus, and you're going to want 3 of him. He's basically the deck search. You search out cards that's put in the back row. You abuse the hell out of this effect. It's great. He's fantastic. 18k beater. He's just wonderful, and I like him a lot. I definitely recommend 3. I mean, you have to have 3, ultimately. I get a lot of hate for this, but I only run 1 Ruby Carbuncle, and it seems to work. I mean, I usually search her out with Sapphire Pegasus effect, and I don't like getting her in the hand, so I always put her in the back row. Her effect is fantastic. I mean, if she's special summoned in any way, which is really simple, Crystal Beasts, then all your Crystal Beasts are summoned, and you can exceed like shit, like crazy. It's fantastic. I love her. I only run 1 though, as I said before, and it works. I mean, it works for me. Run 3 Tigers. I mean, that's just standard. He's a good beat stick. He gets 2k when he's battling a monster. He's nice. Like him. Not much to say about him. 3 Mammoth. Obviously the same reason. 17k beater. Not terrible. 4 stars. This one I also get a lot of controversy over. I ran 3 Tortoise, and a lot of people don't like him. I like him a lot, because especially if you get him first turn, you can set him, and a lot of monsters can't beat over 2k defense, so he's a good stall. He's also Crystal Beast material, which I find a lot of the problems with this deck are oriented around the fact that I can't get Crystal Beasts out on the field, and he's just an extra Crystal Beast material. And when I show you guys the spells, you'll know why. The spells are incredibly important in this deck. I mean, the entire deck is basically spells. I mean, this is all my spells. It's about, like, I don't know, 20 spells or something ridiculous. And Crystal Beasts are really based around the spells. The most important spell, which you're going to need for this deck, is Rainbow Ruins. And it's a field spell, so it's really good. I mean, you get effects based on the different Crystal Beasts you have in the back row, and it goes from like halving battle damage to like drawing an extra card and summoning monsters. It's fantastic. I mean, I've won games because of this card. I mean, actually I win a lot of my games because of it. People don't really understand it. Since it's so important, I run 2 terraformings. I ran 3, but that was way too much, so I took them out for something else more useful. I run 2 beacons and 2 promise. Obviously, they're really, really good. I mean, Promise is debatable, but I mean, if I have a Ruby Carbuncle in the back row, I can special summon it and rape. Beacons speeds up the deck. If you have 2 Crystal Beasts in the back row, you can special summon 1, and that's really helpful. It's definitely like getting out Pegasus. Really, really nice. Alright, I've got 3 Abundance, and the entire deck is basically based around this card. It's fan-fucking-tastic. If you have 4 Crystal Beasts in the back row, you can send all cards to the graveyard, and then special summon for how many cards your opponent sent. And that's just really great. It's like Black Rose, but better. It's the only thing that really can stop this card is Solemn, and I have ways to get around that. Probably in this format I'll be running more Solemns. Solemn Warning. I mean, Solemn Judgment, not Warning, because I think Warning is too slow. But it's just really, really great. I love it. You win duels with this. Like, this wins games. A lot of people don't think it's that great, but then when you tell them, like, Stardust effect doesn't take place with this card because Stardust is destroy and it sends, so you're gonna get rid of Stardust. I'll look up on the Solemn Warning ruling for you guys and post it when I get the chance. I mean, you probably already know. You probably know more than I do because Derherb is me. But I'll like definitely look into it for you. So Crystal Blessing, Crystal Release has saved my balls so many times. It gives your Crystal Beast 800 more attack points, which gives it more power to the deck. I mean, the deck does not have a lot of power, obviously. I mean, with Exceeds it kind of does, but not really. So it gives you 800, and when it's destroyed in any way, shape, or form, or when it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Crystal Beast to your back row. So it also helps search. I mean, it's just a good card. I run 3. I definitely recommend 3. If you don't have 3, then, I mean, it makes it hard. Blessing is, I'm probably going to run a few more Blessing, or maybe just one more, I haven't decided, but it gets 2 Crystal Beasts from your graveyard to your back row, and that's really helpful, especially with Heavy Storm and you need to recover quickly, or if you just need to recover quickly at all. I like it. I mean, I ditch it a lot with Summoner Monk, which I'll show you later, but if I need it, I have it, and it's nice. It helps. And then the last with Crystal Beast support, I've got Crystal Tree. Crystal Tree. And this has been changed out a lot. I mean, it definitely speeds up the deck. If a Crystal Beast goes to the back row, you can put a counter on it, tribute the counter, and get more Crystal Beast in your back row. I have done 2-turn kill at this, like first turn and then second turn kill with this, because I've gotten out Pegasus first turn, and it's nice. I like it, but it also can fuck you up, because if you have too many counters on it, you can't tribute it, so it's just, it can be a pain in the butt, unless you like MST it, but you don't want to waste your MSTs. So that's all of my Crystal Beast support. Now I'm going to just show you some tech that I have. I've got some monster tech, and I have some spell tech and trap tech. The first tech I run is Gale, and Gale my friend thought it was really random that I ran Gale, but since Crystal Beasts, one of the things they lack, it doesn't make them tier, is the fact that they're not very powerful. Gale changes that. He's also a tuner, so you can sync with him. I mean, I've synced for Black Rose and Raped. I mean, it's a good card. It's just good, and it's especially good in Crystal Beasts, and I like him. I don't listen to people when they tell me to take him out, because he's just that good. Summoner Monk, also a great card. You ditch spell cards, you can special summon. He's just fantastic. I mean, you can exceed fast, it makes the deck a lot faster. Get out Pegasus, get out 2 Summoner Monks and Pegasus. I mean, it's just good, especially since you have a lot of spell cards that you don't always need, or can't always use. So, I love my Summoner Monks. He actually just got reprinted in the Dragon set, I believe, so, I mean, he's not that hard to find. Obviously, you gotta run the staples. Monsterborn, not really much to say there. It's good. Dark Hole, obviously good. For Search, Pot of Duality, very helpful. I should be running 3. My others are in other decks. And then 2 MST, obviously, especially to blow up, like, if you know your opponent has a Solemn, then you blow it up and save your ass. And then the last card, Torrential. I've been thinking about running 2 Torrentials, especially in this new format. It's a good card, especially with Crystal Beasts, because it sends them to the back row, and you want Crystal Beasts in the back row. So, yeah, definitely run a Torrential, or 2, whatever. I don't have room for 2 right now, but once I revamp it, it will have room for 2, and it's good. Especially with, like, your opponent gets a really big beater out, and you're like, I can't do anything to that. Torrential? Fantastic. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed my deck. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always repost or ask me, and I will be happy to tell you. I can even teach you how to play the deck. I mean, it's not perfect, obviously. It's Yu-Gi-Oh!, so not all decks are going to be perfect. But it does work, and it's won me a lot of matches. I mean, don't expect to win with it like right away. It takes a while to get used to, but I like it. And they're pretty. They're pretty as hell. So yeah, go out and buy your raw yellow packs and get some Crystal Beasts.